What's up, you guys? DJ Segway here, and well, it's Tuesday, so Gears of War Judgment has just been released. I picked up my copy about, let's say, almost 4 hours ago, so I got ahead and got the opportunity to go ahead and try out the campaign and all the game modes. The only thing I haven't tried is survival, but I'll get to that in just a minute. So today, since it's Tuesday, it's first impressions. Now, understand that I've only just played 4 hours, like I just said, so these are not my final verdicts. That will be coming on this Friday, where I'll give you guys my final review of the game, and so it's so let's gonna get this started. So first thing I want to talk about is the campaign, which everybody's probably a little more interested in than the multiplayer. The campaign's actually really interesting. I'm really actually starting to enjoy it. I haven't gotten very far, but I'm starting to enjoy it. When you're doing the campaigns, however, you have this deal where you're graded on a star rating, where the more stars you do, the better, like, you're able to advance further and all that stuff, which is actually rather cool. However, there's also another deal in there. It's called declassified, to which while you're playing, you actually, like, if you come to this part, it will say, hey, if you accept to do this, we're gonna add a twist to this. Like, for example, instead of having the let's say, god damn, I can't even think of one right at the moment. Actually, fuck it, here's one. You were supposed to do a fortification deal. If you didn't do it, it was just going to be survive for the 2 rounds or whatever. However, if you did the declassified, it was like you had to protect something, like try to prevent it from being destroyed. And if you complete it, you get a multiplier on your stars. So say if you're playing casual or something along those lines, you would get like 1.5 times stars for what you have accomplished. So once the declassified is finished and you finish the mission, however many stars you've earned, it'll multiply that by like the 1.25. So it's actually rather interesting. It brings a new twist. Now it's not actually just like let's run and gun, go through it as fast as we can. It's now actually try to do teamwork. And speaking of actually the star system, if you go down, you actually will lose points. So that also brings in the aspect of don't run and gun, stay back, try to kill as many guys you can, and slowly move forward. The AI actually are rather useful now. They do protect you rather well. And when they go down, they help each other up. The campaign is actually rather, like I said, is rather interesting. The only thing I didn't really enjoy is that it's split off into a lot of sections, and the sections are rather short. It's like you have this only one goal, and it's like, go here, do this, section's complete. And that's about it. However, I've only played probably about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours of just the campaign, and I haven't even gotten through the first act. And I'm actually quite impressed with that, but it's just, like I said, a lot of sections into it. It kind of gets annoying. But the story is going rather well, because while you're playing, you're actually getting narratives from Baird while he's on trial. And I'm sure that's not a spoiler. I'm sure if you're interested in Gears, like, you would know about that. If not, you can go look it up. I'm not going to go any further into the story. Now let's talk about the other thing that people really enjoy playing: multiplayer. The multiplayer I really don't feel has drastically changed from Gears 3. It still kind of has the same vibe of just get the hell out of the way, roll into somebody, kill them with the Nasher, or try to pick people off with the long shot. And it's rather interesting. Speaking of which, the game mode you guys were actually watching is a event playlist that's on just for the opening launch week. So if you guys want to play it, go now. And this one was Domination with snipers. And I pull out the Magnum a couple times. Well, not Magnum, the pistol. And maybe get a few kills. I'm not quite sure. And I didn't do extremely well. The previous game, I went like amazingly good, and then I was like, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna record the next game and all that. Yeah, it didn't turn out that way, but I figured it was a fun game. I enjoyed it, so I figured why not? Let's go ahead and post it. So let's go ahead and talk about each game mode. Free for all. It's the basic same thing. Deathmatch, kill each other. First one to 25 wins. The thing that's interesting about it is that you have a lot of people that are in the game, and it turns into a rather big clusterfuck. There's at some points where you're going to see probably 4 people rolling around in circles trying to get one another, and it's rather funny because eventually one person is just going to kill everybody. Like, somebody's going to just dominate out of all of them, and it's all almost pretty much out of luck when it comes down to that clusterfuck. So free-for-all, it was rather fun. I didn't really play it all that much. I probably played only 2 or 3 games of it, but I got the vibe of it and quite impressed. But it's free-for-all. Everybody's played a free-for-all game, so it's not fascinating. Domination. If you've played first-person shooters, you know what domination is. 3 capture points, hold them, and go first one to a certain amount of points wins. This one happens to go to 250. So it's the game actually could go for a long time, but it also could go for a short time. As you can tell, this gameplay actually happens to be 10 full minutes, and exclude the intro of the video, but about 10 minutes of the video is the actual gameplay, and it's the full match. And the thing I kind of thought was interesting though is that when you roll into a hill that's controlled by the enemy, you don't have to sit in there long enough for it to drain down and then like go from their capture down to a neutral capture and then straight to yours. Instead, when you roll into it, it almost seems like it just drops straight to the neutral and then now starts building up on yours. So no more, I guess, sitting there and waiting. I'm not quite sure. Really enjoying the game mode. It's a lot of fun, a lot of teamwork required. Now we're going to talk about Overrun. Now you guys have seen the gameplays from the beta that I was playing with the 3-day early access, and it's still the same. Nothing special to it has changed. It's still a lot of fun. It's like one of my friends mentioned. It's like Halo Reach's Invasion, just with more gore and yeah, and it's fun. That's another team aspect, and you need to know what's going on. Team deathmatch, it's kill each other like free-for-all except your own teams. Survival. Again, I haven't played that, so I really can't say much about it. However, I'm guessing it's going to be exactly like Horde mode. Like, it's just survive. Like, the name of the playlist is survive, basically. So I haven't really touched it, but I'm pretty generalized on what it's going to be. The reason I haven't touched it is because I'm kind of waiting for a couple of my friends to get the game themselves, and then we'll all go in together and team it up and go for that. Another thing is that I actually got the strategy book as well, so I may give you guys some tips and pointers out of this. Actually, not may, I will eventually down the line, and maybe show you guys where some of the cog tags are, maybe some Easter eggs. We'll see from there. But the video is just about over. I think there's about maybe 2 minutes left of it, and I don't want to keep rambling. However, this is, in my opinion, as of right now, this is a great buy. You guys should consider getting it, even if it's just for the campaign. The campaign's great. I think a lot of people will enjoy it. The multiplayer, if you're just in for the multiplayer, again, this is just first impressions. It's a coin flip. It's either go give it a shot or don't give it a shot at all. So thanks a lot, you guys. I'll be quiet for the last minute of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you tomorrow with just a couple other things and more things I want to talk about. All right, have a good one.
Outgoing spot grenade!
Target my mark!